Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Office Hours with the Professor. I'm your host, William the Professor Collis, and I'm excited to give my thoughts on another big deal news story this week. And what is that big deal story, you might ask? Well, it is Coca-Cola launching a soda for gamers. Yes, that's right. Coca-Cola is launching something called Coca-Cola Zero Sugar Byte, which is a limited edition soda launch from its Coca-Cola Creations Innovation Hub. So quite a mouthful there, but sort of to unpack that, essentially what's going on is Coca-Cola has this innovation hub that allows them to launch sort of limited edition trial sodas. I believe they've done one before this called Coca-Cola Starlight, which I think was about evoking the feeling of a campfire and dancing on the top of a Coke bottle. I don't know, it struck me as a little bit weird, but clearly they're, having fun playing with different testing brands and activations and positioning of the Coke brand. And now Coke is taking that creativity and moving it into gaming and esports with this Zero Sugar Byte soda. So it is limited edition. That means it's launching in Latin America and then online in the United States and then China. And it's limited quantities, so it's available and then it's sold out. You might say, okay, Coca-Cola has done a soda for gamers. It's a limited edition launch. I don't get it. Like, why is this interesting? How does this even have anything to do with gamers? And if you go past the spelling of B-Y-T-E for Sugar Byte in the name, it's tough to actually see on the surface why this is a gaming-related product. But what's actually interesting here is Coke is doing this launch with some Fortnite content. They're actually creating an island in Fortnite in the creative mode that's going to have 4 games that players can play against each other. And they're also launching some sort of augmented reality game that you can activate by scanning the can. Now, I think we can safely set the augmented reality game aside here as sort of like, basic marketing checkbox for people who don't have Fortnite. The really interesting thing here is Coke's doing an activation with Fortnite, an island in the game, games you can play, another real coup for Epic Games getting a powerful brand to activate with their title. But also I think exciting for Coke to see Coke experimenting and trying out with in-game activations. The launch of this Zero Sugar Byte soda is coming at a time when Coke is actually refining its brand portfolio. And so it's sort of a big deal for them to be putting anything else in front of consumers. And it's interesting for them to see gaming as a category that is clearly on their minds. And, let's be direct here. It must be on their minds for them to be doing a limited edition launch like this. And a launch like this is very much some sort of test. Obviously, if the results for it are successful, Coke would be, crazy not to look at expanding the soda or expanding Coke's offering to the gamer demographic. So that's all good news. Why then does the professor not like this story? And so the grade the professor is going to give this story is a B-. I'm sorry, but I was reading this and it just didn't get me excited. And the reason it didn't get me excited, even though I think it's important for our industry, right? Coke is doing something with Fortnite. We should pay attention. That could be a big deal. The reason why this didn't get me excited is pretty simple. I sort of feel like we've seen this all before. We've seen beverage companies do activations in esports. We've seen big brands partner with Fortnite. There really isn't much new here. And I think that's why this is a little bit disappointing. For a brand as powerful and potentially innovative as Coke, we'd like to see some more big moves if they're launching a gamer or gaming related soda. So, I was left feeling a little bit tepid by this announcement. I think it's an interesting first move. I think it's good. Coke, obviously needs to gather data. They need to do some market testing and things to look at new product expansions. And I get that this is part of standard corporate portfolio development, but I would have liked to have seen a little bit more here. So a B- for now, but a big stay tuned, because as I said, anytime Coke does something with Fortnite, it's worth paying attention from an esports and gaming perspective. More could come there. Thank you for joining me for this week's Office Hours. I really enjoyed talking about this topic, and I look forward to sharing a new story with you next week. So until then, this has been William Collis, the Professor, and thank you for joining me.